Hello, and welcome to our house. The zone you are about to enter is a classified zone, and it has been quarantined for not only your safety, but for the safety of the entire universe. Please be respectful of the contents within this zone. Please treat this zone with the utmost love and care. Please remember to watch your head. Remember to watch your step. But most importantly, remember to watch your mind. No running, no gossip, no food, no wrestling. Please, just nothing radical. Charter agents are watching you. Charter agents have cameras positioned everywhere. And charter agents will not hesitate to remove you if you do not follow the rules. With this in mind, enjoy your time in our house.
You must ask yourself this very important question. What is more important to you, your privacy or your safety? Be honest.
Every single person on Earth rises from the waters of non-being, making our way with divine intention towards the shore of prosperity and enlightenment. But where are you on this journey? Have you found the solid ground of your spirit home? Or are you being dragged to the ocean on a current of uncertainty? Hello, I'm Lucius, best-selling author of The Power of Positive Mechanics, a roadmap to your spirit home. You know, for years, I was drifting out there. I didn't know who I was or what I wanted to be. And what's more, I was afflicted by what I thought was a terrible medical condition. Without warning, my consciousness would leave my body and I would find myself in another dimension. It was an alien world, a place entirely unlike Earth. These sudden trips frightened me. I couldn't hold down a job. I couldn't drive a car. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to live a normal life, or even worse, that I was beginning to lose my mind. And then one day in this otherworldly realm, I asked the universe, with complete humility, to guide me. Why do you keep bringing me here? What's the matter with me? The universe answered me in a moment. I wasn't crazy, far from it. The planet I was visiting was my spirit home, an astral plane in which I would discover my true role as a divine light being. And my spirit home was full of these. And within these, I found the power to be, well, anything I wanted. I could have love, money, peace, respect from my peers. I had only to
From the people who solved the cemetery overcrowding crisis comes a leap forward in quality living. Enriched mineral water, straight from your tap. Each glass is packed with vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and a naturally full-bodied flavor. 100% recycled organic additives at no extra charge. Try the water people are dying to taste.
Paid for by the Omega Mart Company.
and I would return to this earth and find that my desires had been manifested. On earth, I'm just a man. But in my spirit home, I am a divine child of the cosmos, capable of making and remaking my physical existence however I please. And power unto you, Daphne, And power on to all you light beings who shared your inspirational stories with us today. You know, many spiritual guides and self-help gurus will demand months, years, even lifetimes before you see any difference. But my program can change your whole paradigm in just 3 short weeks. Let my assistant, Christian Garcia, show you just how easy it can be. My followers, I am eternally grateful. But it's time for the next chapter. I had a vision a few years ago when I was traveling with the crew of an intergalactic pirate ship. Don't ask, it's a really long story.
Hello. We're here today in one of America's oldest haunted playgrounds. This place is home to thousands of small, tiny souls. Everywhere I step, I can feel their cold, lifeless baby hands grasping at me, like 5 Vienna sausages around a muffin. And this swing? Haunted. Get in on the... Did you see that? Swings on its own. Haunted.
The power of positive mechanics is a system that I've developed that will help you to manifest your deepest desires in this terrestrial existence.
Absolutely. Now, the power of positive mechanics, recently, best-selling book, also available through video promotionals. There's an online program that I have heard word of.
Sure, it's a 10-week seminar, affordable 10-week seminar. You can learn more about it at powerofpositivemechanics.org. The basis of the seminar is to help people to find what's blocking them in their lives. We call that the negative thought pattern. What's keeping you from having the life you want, from having money, from having love, from living in fantastic places, from having self-confidence, from having respect from your peers. And once we break that down, once we're able to break that negative thought pattern down, we build what's called the zone of positive influence. That is the manifestation of your heavenly self, your divine being. And once you get there, Sterling, once you get there, then you are ready to find your spirit home. And I'll help you find it.
Well, do you think, since we're both here in my basement, could you give us a demonstration?
I've never done this for anyone. But it is my life's mission to share this work with the world. And I'm going to take this opportunity with you, Sterling. I'm going to give you this opportunity to use your show to share this with your viewers. So yes, I'll give you a demonstration. I've never tried it before. We'll see how it goes. I'm not even sure that all these cameras and digital equipment will pick it up, but are you ready?
I'm more than ready.
Okay. Well, close your eyes. And relax. Center yourself. Okay, breathe deeply. Now when you're ready, I want you to look deep within yourself. I want you to find that place where your purest energy resides, where all of your creative force flows. Now, I suspect that you're hearing some voices. You're feeling resistance. You see that point of light in the distance, but there's something blocking you. Shut those voices up. They're just getting in your way. They're keeping you from what you want. They're keeping you from love. They're keeping you from success, from money, from respect. They're keeping you here in this basement, Sterling. Let them go. Just let them blow away like dust. Enter that space and find yourself in a void. It's a limitless field of power. The space is filled with its own light. There's no source. You can look around. It's all around you. It's going through you. It's emanating from you, Sterling. Now I want you to grab that light. Hold it in your hands. It's malleable. It's shapeable. You can form a ball with it. It's soft. It's cool to the touch. But it's filled with energy. And it's coursing through you. And now bring that ball down, smaller and smaller. Compress it down, down. All that energy, all that's within you, filling the light in your hands. Compress it down further and further until it's a singular point of light held in your fingertips. And now, Sterling, I want you to take that point of light and place it up in the sky. You can see it now. You're far away from it, but you're journeying towards it. And when you're ready, you're going to follow me, and I'll take you there. Welcome back. How do you feel?
That was substantial. Yeah. I'm Sterling, and you've been crossing waters. Okay, good night. Power on. This was a project created back in 1974-75 called Project Pegasus. We connected much of America through a series of wormholes, much like this one. This one in particular connects to a small city in North Carolina. Let's try it out.
You can do better than that now. Power on! Power on! Let's manifest some intention in this zone of influence. Power on! Power on! Yes, that's it, people. Do you see what you can do with positive mechanics? Unbelievable. Thank you so much and blessings. The man who's about to speak needs no introduction. His best-selling work, The Power of Positive Mechanics, has been translated into over 20 different languages. He has shared his message of hope and transformation on all 7 continents. He has shifted individual paradigms. And most importantly, he has led hundreds of people, just like you, to entirely new planets. Ladies and gentlemen, the key to unlocking your spirit home, Master Lucius Selig.
Yes. Yes. Elizabeth, will you please stand up?
Yes, Master Lucius.
Elizabeth, can you tell everybody here about the first time I took you to your spirit home?
It was 6 months, 2 weeks, 3 days ago, Master Lucius.
Elizabeth, so precise. That's good. And now, I want you to describe what you saw when we arrived.
It was the most beautiful place I've ever seen. We were on a crystal planet. Whoa. It was like the one I'm holding, only you could walk around inside of it. There were these tall as skyscrapers, hundreds of them. Master Lucius helped me. We climbed the largest one we could find, and we made the summit. Master Lucius told me to look out. Lucius told me, he told me that all of the crystals that I saw, all those beautiful, huge towers, they were a part of me.
Why are you crying, Elizabeth?
I never thought that I could make something like that. I thought I had made it.
The only way to know if your neighbors are watching you is if you are watching them.
Anything that even approached what you showed me. I was broke when you found me, Master Lucius. A dropout, loser. I never knew that I was that important.
Something special happened to you, didn't it? Last week. Can you tell me about it?
I signed a lease on my new business. Oh, Master Lucius. Oh, I couldn't have done it without you. Oh, thank you.
Right. Yes. Okay, you can take your seat now, Elizabeth.
Yes,
Thank you.
Master.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes!
Oh, yeah.
I live for moments like that!
Yes!
Oh, yeah! But it's not enough. No, it's not enough. I'm not doing enough for people. It's true. I'm not. I have traveled with people to many different realities. And many of you, like Elizabeth, came with me on those journeys, didn't you? Didn't you? You. Yeah. And what you saw there, it changed your life forever, didn't it? But it's not enough anymore. No. It's not. Those journeys that we went on, they were on a one-to-one basis, right? One guide, one traveler. So why can't the guide lead more than one person? Huh? What if these wild and wonderful and healing trips that we're making to our spirit homes weren't for the few, but they're for the many? Not the few, the many. What if everyone, think about that word, everyone, take a moment with me. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think of everyone you've ever met in your life. Everyone you've ever crossed paths with from the day you were born to today, this moment. Now let's put our everyones together. Oh yeah, what a concept. So now, what if everyone could benefit from astral projecting with me to their spirit home? Imagine that. Imagine how healthy, how happy, how successful everyone could be. Oh, yeah. So my followers, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I have crossed the threshold of the greatest achievement of my life. Yeah. My power's been growing. Oh, I've been feeling it. Oh yeah, my work with you has made me strong. I now have the power to project not one person, not even two people, a whole crowd of people, everyone, onto a different planet. Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone will be able to project with me and visit spirit homes from across the galaxy. I call this place Portals Bermuda. Once you are on the surface of Portals Bermuda, we can spend a week studying, learning how we can apply the power of positive mechanics more effectively in your life. Oh yeah. There'll be seminars, there'll be workshops, that's right. And there'll be food. And there'll be live music, and there'll be dancing, there'll be shuffleboard, all on the surface of an alien planet. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is a once-in-creation opportunity. To focus intentions, to heal, and to become happier in and more successful in their life here on Earth.
I love you, Master Lucius. Thank you for your gifts, Master Lucius.
I love you. I love you all. I love each and every one of you, and I'm going to tell you why. You see, you were here with me from the beginning. You believed in me. Yeah, you believed in me. You believed that I could project myself and other people onto another planet when no one else could. And notice, I didn't say would, I said could, because they couldn't get their minds around it. They couldn't imagine that life had such possibility. I wouldn't be here without you. You know that? I owe it all to you. And I want you to know. I want you to know that even though I'm expanding our family, I have a special role for you. I want you to know that even though I'm expanding our family, I have a special role for you if you want to help me on Portals Bermuda. We're gonna need people. We're gonna need lots of people to keep things up and running smoothly once everyone starts arriving, right? Once those guests start rolling in over the intergalactic plane. And that's where you come in. Because I'm gonna need greeters. Yeah. And I'm gonna need people to serve the food. And I'm gonna need towel boys. And I'm gonna need musicians. If you have a talent, I can use it. If you have a talent, we can use it. And you know what? Oh, this is blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind. I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it here, right now. In exchange for your help, I'm gonna waive the entrance fee. Oh. Yeah. Let's waive the entrance fee. You guys can come. You can live with me. You can work with me. Stay as long as you want on Portals Bermuda for absolutely nothing. Bring it down. So what do you say? You ready to power on? Are you ready to power on for the greatest adventure of our lives? Power on! Hi, it's Master Lucius Selig. You know, one of the useful things about the Portals Bermuda project is that it forces me to improve myself. I'm constantly challenged to maintain those spaces for longer and longer. It's not easy. You know, when I first started this, I could only maintain the projection for myself, and then myself and one other person, and even then, we could only visit one space at a time and for a short amount of time. And now, Portals Bermuda exists across several different mental spaces. There are dozens of visitors, and the flow of time doesn't touch it unless I want it to. It only took me a few years to get to this point. Imagine where I'll be in a few years more. I think tomorrow's session is going to be a lengthy one. I hope those who attend are in for the long haul. Power on.
When I was 12, I killed the dog. Deegan was his name. Deegan the dog. Through my tears, mourning the loss of my dog, I swore I'd never tell a soul. And I haven't. My mother blamed the gardener. When she was fired, I said nothing. Some things, you see, are better left unsaid. Indiscretions No one has to know that you killed the dog.
Oh, hi. Welcome. It's Master Lucius Selig. I was thinking today I'd like to tell you a little bit about my life before the power of positive mechanics. Help you to understand that one day I wasn't unlike you. You see, back in those days, for work, I was an ad copywriter. I know, it sounds strange, but bear with me. The reason I was an ad copywriter is I had to find a job where I could work at home and be alone. It was the only thing I could find. You see, in those days, I didn't have any control over my abilities. It wasn't like now where I could travel vast distances of mental and soulful space on a whim. I wasn't in the driver's seat. When I first experienced my gift, I would black out. One minute I'd be sitting at the breakfast table or in a coffee shop, and the next I'd be hurtling through the astral plane. Terrifying. I had no idea what was happening. And of course, I couldn't have an office job. How could I if I would black out at any moment? But as I reflect now, I realize that in those early dark days, writing ad copy in a darkened room in my house, therein was the seed for the power of positive mechanics. That is when I first realized that I could create realities for my readers. I could create a new paradigm and bring them along with me. It's powerful stuff. Here, I want to show you something. You remember this? Charles Atlas. He could transform you in 7 days. These were great ads, classics. Not my work, but I take my inspiration from them. This one, titled The Insult, it's a beautiful story. Our hero, Mac, is on the beach. He's a 97-pound weakling, and he's there with his girl. Then Big Bully comes along and kicks sand in his face, humiliates him, shoves him aside. And Mac is dejected. He's rejected by his girlfriend. And he leaves, unsure of what to do. But then he makes a choice. He turns to Charles Atlas. He orders his book, and he transforms himself. A week later, he returns to the beach. He socks Big Bully in the face, and he's crowned hero of the beach. Great stuff. Wow. We are like Mac, aren't we? Mac turned to Charles Atlas. You turned to the power of positive mechanics. You turned to Master Lucius. Now I know some of you have used the power of positive mechanics to get yourself in shape. But some of you have started businesses. You've found love. You've found wealth. You've found acclaim. And most importantly, you have found your spirit home. We found it together. We're all heroes of the beach. Power on.
Thousands of cases of hearing loss go undiagnosed every year. That's why the Hearing Association of America has developed a new preventative measure to ensure you're hearing the way you're supposed to. Introducing Hearing Enhancement. No stingy pills, regimens, or prescriptions required. This one goes straight to the source. Make sure you and your family receive your free hearing enhancement today.
Hey everyone, it's Master Lucius. I don't really have anything to talk about today particularly, but I just want to tell you about this day I had. It was amazing. Christian and I went to St. Malabatos today and did some swimming. It was so nice. It was so much fun. We got some work done too. But I think Christian has the potential to take over for me someday if I have to be away from Portals Bermuda. I know, he's a beginner, but we're working on developing his abilities. He's my official/unofficial protege. He's just starting out, I know. I'm being polite there. But I see something in him, something really special. I thought it'd be fun if we played this game where we build sandcastles without using our hands. And I built this big, beautiful scale replica of Chartres Cathedral. It was about as tall as I was, and Christian was concentrating so hard, and he could only move the sand around in little piles. And I laughed at him. He knocked my castle down with his zone of positive influence. Pretty childish. But you gotta love the guy.
Hell, I can't read any of this. Come on. Hell. Ish.
Good morning. It's Master Lucius Selig. I know that there are people who would prefer that Portals Bermuda doesn't exist. I know that someday some government agency is going to come nosing around, probably the IRS. They won't find anything out of place, though. It's other factions I'm concerned about. One's a lot bigger than the taxman. You see, my brand of personal enlightenment has a lot of powerful enemies. They're gonna come after me. They'd prefer I didn't exist. I wouldn't even be surprised if they had people inside Portals Bermuda right now. But I knew about them long ago. Long before I started this project. My father's study contained a lot of books about the Charter. It's amazing how silly it is to predict them once you take away the element of surprise. So fair warning, guys. If I catch you nosing around Portals Bermuda, I'm gonna have my staff bring you to me so that I can personally evict you. I'll send you home. But you're not gonna like the places I bring you along the way. Power on.
People tell you not to reach for the stars.
100% recycled organic additives at no extra charge.
When I was 12, I killed the dog.
This one goes straight to the source.
I live in a log cabin. You'll set it on fire. My mother. You're a free man. Indiscretions. No one has to know. That you killed the dog.
Paid for by the Omega Mart Company.
Hey everybody, it's Master Lucius Selig. You know, it's so silly how hung up people get about money and religion. I mean, the media is always criticizing me. Positive mechanics is a money cult. Positive mechanics is a money cult. Money cult. It's absurd. Come on. You're focusing on the least compelling part of the whole faith. Yeah. You see Master Lucius wearing nice clothes, right? Driving nice cars. You assume I'm a hypocrite. But you're missing the point. Positive mechanics is way above that paradigm. I help people to manifest their own realities. That's huge. That could be anything. That could be a better parking spot on the way to work. Or it could be creating your own universe. Yeah. Positive mechanics can help you to manifest wealth because positive mechanics can help you to manifest anything. Whatever. That's their negative thought pattern, not mine. Today would have been my mother's birthday. If she was still alive. I owe a lot to her. You know, I've told you, when I was younger, I couldn't control my abilities. They would come on all of a sudden. Uncontrollable, terrifying. And my father, he told me they were night terrors. He told me they were nightmares. He wrote me off. I don't know, maybe he thought I was just weird. But my mom stayed with me. She understood. She got it. And I think she knew. We never talked about it, but I think she knew. I remember the first time it happened. I was in bed. I was so young. I was in my room. I was just falling asleep. And all of a sudden, this wind blew through the room. It blew the blankets right off the bed. I felt snow on my skin. And I sat up. And I looked around, and my bed was gone. I was sitting on this little shelf of rock, high up on the side of a cliff, way up high, in the dark, in the wind, in a snowstorm, in my pajamas. It was terrifying. I don't know how long I was there. It could have been a few minutes. It felt like all night. The wind kept coming up. I thought I was going to get blown off. And then I was back. I was in my room. And my family's standing all around me. And I've been screaming, I guess, because they're there in my face asking me, Lucius, what happened? What's going on? And I couldn't tell him. How could I tell him? And my father, you're having a nightmare. You're fine. Go to bed. It's just in your imagination. And he left. But my mom stayed. And she talked to me. She calmed me down. She rubbed my head. She coaxed the story out of me. I told her what I could. And I told her, I don't want to go back to sleep again because I don't want to go back to that place. And she said to me, why don't you imagine a nicer place and go there instead? Yeah, she knew. I lived for years in fear before I finally took her advice. My life didn't go anywhere until I realized that I can go anywhere I imagine when I leave my body. And now, I take her advice every day, and every day, my life gets better and better. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. I miss you.
People tell you not to reach for the stars. They say, hey, take off your shoes. We just had the carpets cleaned. But you don't listen to what these people say, do you? When they whine, I live in a log cabin, you'll set it on fire, you say, move to the city. You're a free man. You deserve a cigarette as nonconformist as you. Indiscretions. Quite simply, it's the only cigarette that satisfies your need for style, rebellion, and nicotine. Indiscretions.
Hello, everybody. I was evicted from my office, which is really bad news because I've been sleeping in here the last couple weeks. So next time, I'll be coming to you from the illustrious Beachcomber Motel. Good news is I think that place is too cheap for the bed bugs. Small miracles, right? You know, if those sounds, those noises can stop just for a night, I might even get some sleep. Oh. You know that sound that locusts make? Like, right? So imagine that locust is the size of a fighter jet. And somehow a locust that size has somehow crawled up inside of your skull. It's gone now. It's fine. It's fine. Where was I? Oh, right. Small miracles. You know, I want to take a moment to thank you, my marvelous spiritual partners, for believing in me. I have learned so much on our interesting, sometimes painful trips to your spirit homes. I mean, wow. You're all such marvelous, super powerful, amazing spiritual beings. Even if you're all idiots. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Power on. The philosopher Bertrand Russell once said that the only thing that will redeem mankind is cooperation. I know some of you have been worried about me over the last few weeks. I mean, yikes, right? I can't say I blame you. I was in a real negative space when I recorded that last video. And it has been an interesting time. You know, I lost my office. I'm now living at my sister's house, or I'm coming to you live. I don't know. I guess it just goes to show that even I can make mistakes. You know, our paths are like... It's like mountain climbing. The higher you go, the more devastating the fall. Right? But, anyway. Let's leave all that negative stuff behind, right? Because I am here to share some very good news with you. You know, if you've been following me for as long as I know some of you have, you know that I've always said to look to your higher self. And that if you can find your spirit home, you will have all the power you need to achieve your goals, to manifest your dreams, anything you want, right? And that's true. But sometimes, as powerful as we all are, we need a little help. You know, I've been ashamed to admit even to myself that I've been in that place recently. I haven't been able to work. I haven't been able to progress. I haven't been able to visit my spirit home. But I found help. I know, it sounds weird. The guy who wrote the book, literally, on the power of positive mechanics, needed help. I did. But I found it. This is my nephew, Lex. He's my boy. He's such a smart kid. He's so inquisitive. He'll make a brilliant scientist or an engineer one day. Yeah. He's got so many questions about the world around him. But more importantly, he's got a lot of questions about his spiritual fulfillment. And he came to me. He came to me with his questions, wisely seeking the insight that only I could offer. And you know, trapped as I have been in this cycle of negative thought patterns, I almost turned him away. Yeah, I can't even see my spirit home. How could I help him? How could I help anybody, huh? But he surprised me. I'd never forget what happened. Lex is so self-assured. He's so driven. And to have him come to me just opened my eyes. He looked up at me and he asked me for one of my Lucian crystals. Yeah. He said he needed something to help him focus his thoughts and to guide him to his spirit home. So I did. I gave him one of my crystals. I gave him my favorite crystal. I gave him my most powerful crystal. Free of charge. I'll tell you, that is the greatest gift I have ever given another being. I told him to respect the crystal and to listen to it. Look to it for guidance. And then a few days later, he came back to me. He was all lit up, excited. He had this look in his eyes, and I've seen it 1,000 times before. I've seen it from you, right? The first time you visited your spirit home, that light in your eyes. But what he said, I didn't expect. He told me that with the help of the crystal, he was going to help me to regain my spirit home and to get my life back on track. Friends and followers, with Alexa's brilliant mind and my spiritual guidance, we are going to achieve unimaginable miracles. Out of the darkness of my negative thought patterns, we have found a path to regain me to my former glory and more. And you know what? In a couple days, not only am I going to be back to my old self again, but I am going to be able to achieve things that I never even thought possible. Can't wait to show you the good I'm gonna do for you. That vision, that beautiful, divine vision that Portals Bermuda brought to me all those years ago is at hand, and I'm telling you, I am going to achieve that vision for myself and for all of you and for everyone who follows the power of positive mechanics. Power on, Lex. And power on, all of you. I know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because you are going to want to see what happens next. Out of the darkness of me to my former not only am I going to be back to my old self again, to achieve things. Can't wait to show you the good I'm. Beautiful, divine. Me all those years, and I'm telling you. Because you out of the darkness of me to my former back to my old self again. Can't wait to show you the good I'm. Beautiful, divine, and I'm telling you. Because you of the darkness of me to my former back to my old self again. Can't wait to show you the good I'm beautiful, divine, and I'm telling you, yeah.